Yo, what's up guys, I'm Grandmaster Shaymin and welcome back to Flower Paradise, and today we have another episode of our Robotics Notes Elite playthrough. In the last episode, we succeeded in getting a sponsorship to build Gun Build 1. So this is going to be an absolutely huge development as they get 100,000 yen to work with on a monthly basis to try and build their giant robot. Which, you know, technically that's pretty good. That's about $1,000 a month that they didn't have before that they can use to build their giant robot. So that's pretty darn decent. And of course we left off with half-dressed Frau Chan, who is trying to stay awake with her party streamer hair. So make sure if you guys are hyped, click the like button down below for me because you already know your support's greatly appreciated, as well as leaving a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the series to this point, and I would really appreciate any comments that you guys have to leave, even if it's just saying, you know, something positive or negative about the series or me or whatever. Just commenting, letting me know is always a positive thing. So it only took Frau 3 days to write a program from M45.
つうか72時間もあれば楽勝でしょ上皇。
72時間ずっと作業してたわけ？
一度作業に入ると終わるまで寝ないのがデフォなんだお。だから今すごく眠いです。
そこまで本気を出してくれるとは思ってなかった。
メガネが超細かい使用書を送りつけてくるからイラ壁だった。
おかげで調整時間はかなり余裕を取れそうだ。助かるよ。
別にあんたのために徹夜したんじゃないんだからね。
Now she's I do like her eyes. I will say her eyes are pretty nice. They look very intense. It's pretty cute. But that's that tsundere line right there. Oh, what happened with the face? That was an interesting face there.
ツンデレのテンプレゼリフも知らんとか。情弱オツ。
She did it on purpose. Okay.
呪詛ですね。ここまで来ると。腕はいいのに人格破綻者とは残念な女子だ。
あながち間違ってない。
She's self-aware.
そもそもフルゴーリー。今日も出てこないつもりか。
Look at that face. Look at that face. Just like before Frau is calling in.
自宅警備員ですから。
Why is she so fun? She's hilarious, I will say. She would be tough to deal with in real life, though. She's a funny character because you don't have to deal with her IRL. But dealing with someone like her in real life would be a challenge.
Mega!
I can only watch Frau's attempt at acting with a cold gaze. Subaru completely ignores this virtuoso transfer student's gestures and starts to fiddle with his phone droid. It's already connected to M45 via cable.
プログラムのダウンロードは済ませました。あとは M45 用に調整しつつ、とりあえず少し動かしてみましょ
う。できたら教えてよ。俺それまでキルバラやってるんで。
ヤシオ先輩はいつチーター狩りをしてくれるのか教えるべき。
チーター狩りね。
Oh yeah, I guess that was part of the deal, huh? Truth be told, I'm gonna accept her offer either way.
具体的にどうすればいいわけ？
私の部屋に来ればいいじゃない。
Oh. Excuse me, does she realize what she's saying? And why is she fidgeting around looking all embarrassed?
そしてカビ臭くてエアコンでギンギンに室温下げた部屋であられもない姿でゲームすればいいじゃない。
She's just... Yeah, see, pain in the ass to deal with in real life, but a funny character looking from the outside in, you know?
風呂にも入らず、タンクトップに短パンで目にクマを作りながら不機嫌そうにゲームをし続けるべき。そこに現れたただタンクトップ姿の長深田がこういうのであります。いいか、ゲームは1日1時間だ。お前みたいなただれた生活してるやつはお仕置きだ。何言ってんの先生。俺にお仕置きしたいならまず勝負しなよ。絶対勝てないけどね。
話す気がないなら電話切るけど。
What? Frau's eyes are totally bloodshot. I think she's gone crazy after staying up for too long. To be fair, that's pretty much.
そしたらチーター狩りの方法について教える。
気が向いたらね。
Man, I gotta drag myself all the way to her place. Hold on, let me see if I got any new tweepos. Okay. Whether and encountered something about an apocalyptic sound. My urban legend senses are tingling. Okay. Chasing urban legends might be a better fit. Giggling I guess it looks like tingling if you stare for a long time. Okay, I mean, we can see what they have in store for us. Mr. Pleiades! Interesting. Okay. We have more members, but Gunbuild 1 production isn't going any faster. Well, I mean, if you want to help, pay us. Let's go with that one because it's funny. Man, I gotta drag myself all the way to her place. Plus, she lives alone. If I go, I'm gonna be stuck with that weirdo genius, just the two of us. Imagining myself in that situation is enough to get me to cringe. This is gonna suck. I can feel all my motivation leave my body. I leave Subaru to his business and walk towards the runway. The sun is still high up in the sky. That's when I notice Juna standing at the edge of the runway. The heat haze is making her look all wavy. It's kinda cool. She looks like she's standing in her school uniform, but in reality, she seems to be doing some kind of kata. Is she bored? I don't blame her. I heard Akio finally secured a sponsorship deal with Space Candy, but the money will probably take some time. I can't see Juno doing much for the club outside of maybe running errands. Akio might as well lecture her about robots or something. Those thoughts cross my mind as I open my phone droid. After talking to Aidi the other day, I did a little bit of research on Mitane-cho local hall. I'd prefer to ask Mizuka-san about it, but she gets scarier than usual when I bring up Airi, so it's been rough. And so I've decided to do my own research. As luck would have it, I got a lot more info out of my efforts than expected. So I find it kind of funny because he went down and he did that, and he's like, man, I'm getting myself into something I really should not be seeing. Let me do some research on it. I mean, to be fair, if you're in this situation and you have the same experience, obviously you don't die or get, assassinated or anything like that. So it would be very interesting, right? An abandoned building that has a full running machine in the basement that's emitting some crazy weird sound. Like, you would totally be interested and just fascinated in the subject. Like, for me, just thinking about the storyline in general, I feel like the anime didn't do a very good job of like the overarching going too much in depth with that story. I feel like they only had 24 episodes to do a 50, 60 hour long visual novel, so I feel like they were kind of cut for time. But I'm definitely, when I finish playing Robotics Notes Elite, I'm going to play through the game again, and then before I play the sequel game, which we will play after this one's over, I'm going to kind of like give my thoughts on the comparison, because it's been a while since I watched the anime, so I might have forgotten some things. But I don't know, I find it really interesting, According to the registrar, the owner is Taiyo Development. Their HQ is in Tokyo's Chiyoda district. Mitane-cho put up the building out for auction in 2012, and they won the bid. Is Taiyo Development paying the bills? And if they are, to what end? Not to mention, it's fishy as hell that the EGI system, radar, ID, and the rest have all just been left there. Maybe I should try calling and shooting them some questions. Or should I talk to ID first?
なんかいろいろめんどくさくなってきた。
And why am I taking this all so seriously? Sure, there's a weird device in an abandoned building located in my neighborhood, and sure, it might be connected to an unsolved murder case. There is part of me that wants to find out the truth about all this creepy stuff so I can finally relax, but nothing's going to change just because I get serious, which means that all this research is just a useless waste of effort on my end. And hell, I'm not big on thinking about tough stuff. I'd be better off using my time to play KB, right? Slack off on competitive games for even a little bit and your skill drops sharply. Plus, because I've been hanging around with Subaru lately, I haven't been able to play much, and so I plant myself firmly in the hot asphalt of the runway and boot up Kill Ballad.
まったくぶっぱ連発とか読み合い完全放棄じゃないか。そういうの低レベルすぎて全くリスペクトできないね。
ヤシオくん、何やってるの？
Juna suddenly peeks at my phone droid screen. Her cheeks are a little damp, probably from exercising. I face the screen towards her.
ああ、ゲーム。
そっちは何してたの？
型の練習。もう引退したのにね。
Yeah, I mean,
小さい
happens.
頃から毎日やってきた習慣だから、その一日。
アキちゃんにはほったらかしにされてるわけ。
Okay.
あ、そういうわけじゃなくて、頑張れるっていうアニメあるでしょ？あれを今日もね、それをちゃんと見てたんだよ。でも
That's fair.
じっと見てるだけって、私ちょっと苦手で。
I don't have that problem, but I know there's probably a lot of people who are like, watch 155 episodes of an anime in 2 weeks? Yo, what? So she got bored watching anime and decided to practice her kata on the edge of the runway so Akio wouldn't see
適
her.
当に見ておけばいいと思うよ。俺もそうだから。
あ、実はながらみ。
Juna mischievously explains in a bashful tone, since the data is stored online, as long as you have a connection, you can watch anime anytime on the phone droid, even when you're hanging out on the edge of an abandoned airport runway.
あきほちゃんには内緒にしておいてね。
あ、いいよ。
Juna seems
ヤ
relieved.
シオくんって本当にゲームばっかりやってるんだね。飽きたりしないの？
It's a
純
good
ちゃんは
question.
空手飽きたりした？
空手は私にとっては飽きるようなものじゃなくて。
でしょ？それと同じだよ。
あ、なるほど。わかったような気がする。
先輩
Subaru calls for me from the hangar. Is he done with the adjustments? I was kind of hoping to get some more KB time in. I raised to my feet and let out a sigh. As soon as I get back to the hangar, Subaru grabs my phone droid, connects it to the M45, and begins to fiddle with it.
キルバラシステムをアップデートしました。 M45 に先輩のポケコンも登録しておいたので、もう操作はできます。
I boot up Kill Ballad System 2019 from my phone droid.
M45 の調整はほぼ終わりです。あとはヤシオ先輩の好みになりますから、細かいセッティングを詰めていきましょう。
The control scheme is the exact same as the honorary prezes, except there's one big difference. Commands for some unique actions have been added. That means there's about 1.5 times more commands. Even then, there's only about 20 moves in all, so it's still less than KB's moves list. Remembering them will be a cinch.
試しに動かしてみてください。
ファイルバンカーは？ファイルバンカー見たい。
The president is already acting like she's in a studio
コマ
audience.
ンド表だと、
アクセルインパクトと同じでしょ？
Frau had sent the command list to me earlier, so I'm already familiar with it. I swiftly input the command.
うわあ、すごく動くね。
I mean, if it didn't, that'd be a problem, yeah.
やっぱりしびれるな、ファイルバンカー。スバルは生意気だけど、あえてパイルバンカーを採用したところにだけは好感持てるよ。
てっきり部長が好きな武器は剣とかハンマーかと思っていましたが。
もしかしてまたリアルロボットとスーパーロボットの対立関係に持っていきたいの？
いえ、そもそもリアルロボットとスーパーロボットの定義そのものが曖昧で。
So, did Wait, didn't Subaru's dad find out about this whole thing like a few days ago? I'm pretty sure that episode happened where he like accidentally went into his room and found the robot stuff. Did nothing come of that?
そういう不毛な言い争いは鬱陶しいから他でやってくれないかな。
だってスバルが。
部長が先に挑発してきたんでしょ。
Well, that's true.
うーん。
I ignore the two and input the pile bunker command one more time. I then cancel its recovery time and activate the other arm's pile bunker.
スムーズだね。反応はいい。無線でリンクしてることを考えてもね。キャンセル技もちゃんと入る。
僕も驚きです。わずか数日でフルゴーリがここまでのものを上げてくるなんて。
I try executing the same command multiple times with slightly different timing.
入力受付時間は少し長すぎかな。
But that's really due to the fact that M45 is sluggish. Next, I make it walk.
歩いた。歩くのはうちの種子島新さんの方が早いよ。そうなの？すごい。まあね。
Stop acting like you're the one who built him, Akiho. Besides, the basic build's concepts are totally opposite. Prize was made for mobility, M45 for power.
M45 ならではの特殊動作として腰をひねるための専用コマンドが用意してあります。可動範囲はだいたい330度ですね。
Apparently, since I can minutely control which way it twists and what extent, I can really push it to the extreme.
30度単位に自由に角度を選択できます。これはキルバラシステム導入前からの M45 の特徴でしてね。
360度回転はできないわけ？
できるわけないでしょ。そんなことをすればモータのケーブルが絡まってしまいますよ。
That is true. He spits out his words as if he's looking down at me for being an amateur.
360度で絡まるなら330度でも絡まるんじゃないの？
そんなことはありませんよ。問題なのは360度のひねりを可能とすると720度ひねりだってできてしまうということです。
I get it. If I can do it once, then I can do it twice or more. Keep twisting it like that and the cables will get tangled. So that's why he stopped at 330 degrees, to prevent it from doing a full
理解
rotation.
した。
I mean, it makes sense.
どういうこと？
It's not going to be that much different, right? We can just ignore the numbnut for now. Alright, even after getting familiar with the unit's capabilities, its sluggishness still feels awkward to me. It's like I'm in the middle of a slow-mo
こ
attack.
のもっさり感調整できない？
フルゴーリのプログラムでももっと速い動きを想定はしていたみたいですが、それをやるとモータが持ちません。歯車の強度の問題です。こればかりはどうしようもないので慣れてもらうしかありませんね。
I'm sure I will after some practice, but personally, I'm way better at mobile types than I am throw types. See, my reaction speed is higher than the average person. I can capitalize on that talent of mine with a mobile
ね
type.
えねえ、種子島新さんと戦わせてみない？
実戦形式で練習しようってこと？
そう、種子島新さんはジュンが操縦するの。私
June is flustered by the sudden call to
やっ
arms.
ぱりロボ部とは何かを知ってもらうにはね、実際にロボを触ってもらうのが一番だと思うんだ。種子島新さんなら操縦も簡単だし、一度やってみようよ。
やめとくべきだね。
ヤシオくんの言う通りだと思う。
I think he just means that he's
私
gonna
みたいな
destroy her
素人が
because, you
操
know.
縦しても。カイ、なんで止めるの？まさかロボの操縦は自分の仕事だから誰にも譲りたくないってこと？いつの間にかそんな素晴らしい責任感を持ってくれるようになったんだね。うち嬉しいよ。
いや違うって。俺練習試合だろうと相手が素人だろうと絶対手は抜かない主義なんだよね。それだからさ、初めてロボを触ったのにいきなり俺にフルボッコにされたら、純ちゃんがますますロボを嫌いになっちゃうかもしれないってこと。
That's possible.
純ちゃんのデビュー戦をさ、実力的に見てアキちゃんが相手してあげた方がいい。リーダーボード5位の俺とどうしても勝負したいって言うなら別に構わないけどさ。
カイ、
気を使ってくれてるくせにすごく上から目線だね。
私遠慮しとく。
Juno looks like she wants nothing to do
だ
with
ったら
this.
うちが相手になってやる。ちなみにうちが勝ったら頼み事聞いてね。
へえ、それってガチの勝負しようってこと？別にいいけど。
No matter how big the spec difference is, I know I'll never lose to Akio. I know her habits better than she
スバル
does.
君はそれでいい？
問題ありません。慣れるにはちょうどいい相手でしょ
なにそれ。うちの腕前はともかく種子島マシンさんはロボワンの優勝マシンなんだからね。
う。10年前のでしょ。
準優勝マシンでもあるんだから。
M45 には負けましたがね。
アルシオーネ
何をいきなり言い出してるんですか。
喧嘩は良くないよ。
Freaking reaction. Get
アキ
right.
ちゃん、くだらない
She
ことや
wins.
ってないでさっさと種子島マシンさんを持ってきて。
ほーい。
Hoi. Akio pounced and enters the hangar.
じゃあ用意はいい？
Akio and I are in position, facing one another. Each of us is holding a phone droid. As if mirroring us, M45 and Prez are also standing across from each other
アキちゃんって
motionless.
すごいよね。尊敬するよ。
何が？
You're gonna do it on the pavement, though? That's gonna chip the paint, man.
いつも俺にコテンパンにされてるのに、なんでそんなに自信満々な顔でいられるのかってね。
I feel like that's kind of admirable, though.
何も考えてないからじゃないですか。
考えてるよ。この前のロボワン決勝戦だってもう10回以上映像を見たんだから。 M45 のことはバッチリ研究済み。
煽り合いはいいからさっさと始めようよ。
ちょっとカイの方から煽ってきたくせに。
That's true. Even though this is just a practice match, we've established some rules. Whoever knocks their opponent down 3 times will be declared the winner. That said, there's no ring outs because we have no ring. For me, this is just a match to break in M45 with. But for Akio, this is the real
Yeah.
deal.
始めるよ。
With a little fanfare, I begin to march M45
よし
forward.
来い
The honorary prize suddenly starts to
と見
change
せかけ
forms.
て疾風怒涛の元気一発。種子しアクセルインパクト。
それ叫びたかっただけでしょ、アキちゃん。
It's way too easy to dodge a tackle at this range. Besides, the Tanagashi Excel impact, once activated, can't be turned
うわ
off.
避けるなんてずるい。ジュン止めて。手で止めて。追いかけて。
As the honorary prize zooms further and further away, Juna finds herself chasing after it in
アキ
panic.
ちゃん、真面目にやってよ。
本気で勝ちに行ったらあんな風になっちゃった。
この試合の意図を把握していますか。あくまでヤシオ先輩が M45 の操縦になれるのが目的ですよ。
分かってるよ。
連れ戻してきたよ。
Nice working, Juna. Despite running pretty far, Juna doesn't seem the least bit out of breath. At least she's in good shape. That said, she's holding the robot in the most clumsy and nervous way possible.
そーっとそーっと。
She's also way too cautious about how she's setting it down. She's even making noises.
ジュンって足速いね。さすが空手部。もしかしてうちら4人の中で一番速いんじゃない？
Probably.
どうかな。
I mean, that's a pretty good bet.
50メートル走何秒
8秒2だったかな。
カイとスバルは
9秒5。
8秒9。
スバル遅っ。
そういう部長は何秒なんですか。
Wait. Did she say Subaru was slow for having a... But Subaru had a faster time, right?
うちはほら
I know for a fact that it's an awful 14 seconds flat, but I remain quiet. Oh god. To be fair, the both of us can't exactly sprint due to our medical situations. Yeah, I feel that. There's not much we can do at our speed.
今度から
Damn
種なし
elevation.
アクセルインパクトを使った時は順に追いかけてもらおう。
From now on, okay.
という
Oh
わ
my
けで
god.
仕切り直しだ
Okay.
よ。
今度は真面目にやってもらいたいね。
Just gonna have Juna chase it around all day, or what? The honorary prez, now in its original form, inches forward, shaking all the while. The asphalt is pretty bumpy, so it might be difficult to
そ
retain
ん
its
な正面
balance.
から接近してきていいわけ？
スピード重視。
I guess I'll practice some of M45's throws. To master a throw type, you must first understand its range. Then you can, if you can't get that down, you're a lost cause. The M45, of course, is equipped with several different throw commands. Not only does it have long and short range throws, it can also throw from upper, mid, or lower body positions. This helps it to expand the amount of strategic options the operator has. It also solves the issue of my enemy size. Frau really knows her stuff. Too bad about that personality of hers. To try and get the feel for M45's range, I try inputting a lower body throw command while far away. M45 leans forward slightly and stretches its arms out to grab Honorary Prez's legs. But just as expected, the move whiffs. A complete miss. The Prez is still way out of range. But now I pretty much have the range down for the long range
空
throw.
振り。
アキちゃん笑ってる暇があったら攻めたら？
もちろん攻めるよ。ゴー種子島新さんかい。
But by the time the Prez starts moving forward again, I've already recovered into a neutral position. The Honorary Prez approaches defensively.
コマンド。
Akio is struggling with the command input process. What's the point of having the KB system installed if she's like this? She finally executes a command and attacks with a close-range lariat, but I counter with a mid-body throw. M45 grabs both the Honorary Prez's arms, leans against him, and knocks him onto the ground. Prez gets smashed underneath.
俺に1ポイント。
Subaru pulls apart the tangled robots and stands them
こ
up
の前
again.
ロボワンを戦った時はこいつの投げの間合いは結構広いって感じたんだけど、実際にやってみるとそうでもないね。
それは先輩がまんまと僕の思惑にはまった結果でしょう。 M45 で戦う時は試合の最初の方で必ず腕を広げて長髪のポーズをするんです。 M45 は軽量タイプにしては腕を長めに設計してある。それが目の錯覚となって実際より長く感じてしまうわけです。
だったら俺もそのポーズは継承した方がいい？
そうしてください。そのポーズ専用のコマンドも入れてあります。
ああ、コマンド表にあった長髪ポーズってやつ？あれか。
This guy's thought of everything. Let's give this a shot. Once the command goes through, M45 spreads its arms around, or out, its body rocking gently. After circling around M45's side, Prez enters its range. How dare she try to attack me while I'm testing out a taunt. Still, not a bad
アキちゃ
strat.
ん汚いね。普段正義の巨大ロボを作ろうって言ってる人間とは思えないよ。
変形合体バンク中に攻撃を仕掛けた敵は一人もいないと思った？タブーは破ってもいいんだよ。くらえ、
Boom!
種子しアッパー。
Prez's arm comes scooping up at M45. Thanks to the recovery time from the earlier taunt, I can't dodge. Instead, I twist M45's body 90 degrees and face its back to Prez. Then smoothly transition into using the pile bunker. M45, on the verge of toppling over from the uppercut, still manages to use its pile bunkers. Their tips strike the asphalt. The recoil from the pile bunkers manages to push M45 back up, and then it then makes contact with the Prez almost like a headbutt. Both robots topple down, M45 on top.
何今の？
変な動きしたね。
今
Smart
の
move,
も
though.
俺にポイントつくよ。
In ROBO-ONE rules, that's legit
なかな
knockdown.
か面白い使い方をしますね。ヤシオ先
まあね。
I wouldn't have been able to come up with this with 8 frames, though. With it in 8 frames,
読み
though.
だよ読み。アキちゃんがアッパーを出してくるだろうっていう読みが外れてたら全く無理。今のはたまたまうまくいっただけ。
Juna stands both robots up for us as she smiles wryly at the frustrated Akio.
ほんの数分練習しただけでここまで M45 を使いこなすなんてさすがですよ。
What's this? Subaru's actually complimenting me? What's gotten into
本
him?
当にヤシオ先輩はゲームの腕だけは一級品ですね。
Is that supposed to be a
これで
compliment?
もう少しロボへの情熱を持っていればロボ部も今ほど腐っていなかったでしょうに。
ロボでもロボットアニメでも全一にはなれないでしょ。俺が介入できる余地なんて全くないじゃないか。だから興味ないわけ。俺は俺の腕だけで全一になりたいんだよね。で、キルバラには倒したい相手もいたりする。どう？案外俺の行動原理は分かりやすいでしょ。もちろんロボワンだって出るからには全一を狙う。俺の腕次第で狙える余地はあるわけだからね。
先輩にオペレーターを頼んだのは正解だったみたいですね。理解はできませんがリスペクトは。
Subaru's words stop abruptly. He's looking past me over my shoulders. He looks like he's seen a ghost. Yep, I knew it was going to come at some point. There he is, Subaru's dad. I think this is a perfect place to end this episode off, so I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you guys hit that like button down below for me, because you already know your support's greatly appreciated, as well as subscribing to the channel. That would be so nice of you to do. Go back and check out all the previous episodes. Go check out some of my other visual novel content, and we'll see you all in the next episode.